a month maybe since my last video, I think. Maybe. Hi everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for quite some time and I apologize for that. Unfortunately, during this pandemic that we are all dealing with right now, I was infected. So I was on bed rest for a couple weeks, and then when I started feeling better, I still wasn't quite up to filming just yet, but I'm finally feeling up to filming, so let's get into this Words of Wisdom Wednesday. So the quote for today is, "Two things you are in total control of in life are your attitude and your effort." So I chose this quote because this is definitely something that I had to remind myself of while I was dealing with being sick for these past couple weeks. I had the worst attitude at the beginning of being sick, and I feel like that's totally understandable, but then it got to the point where I was consistently thinking, I'm never gonna get over this. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna smell anything or taste anything ever again. This is never gonna end. And then these thoughts started getting even deeper and more negative, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like when I have a baby, I'm not gonna be able to smell their new baby scent on their head, and oh my gosh, one day when I get married, I'm never going to be able to taste my wedding cake. And this is how just negative my attitude started getting. And then I started feeling awful for thinking these things. So many people are suffering more than I am, so I'm feeling bad about myself. You know? My mind was doing so many things when I was just in my bed, quarantined to my room. My mind was just wandering. It was thinking so many things, and my attitude was just so negative. But things started to change when I started to talk out my feelings. I was FaceTiming my family or texting my friends or FaceTiming my therapist. My therapist was awesome during this time. But just talking about my feelings, it started to change my attitude. So instead of looking at my anosmia and my loss of taste as such a negative thing, I started trying to look for positives in it. For example, I noticed myself eating better and feeling better. Something that I've always done, which isn't exactly the healthiest thing in the world, is eating when I'm bored. And I wasn't doing that. And I haven't been doing that since getting the anosmia, which led to the loss of taste. And don't get me wrong, anosmia sucks. And I used to rely on my smell a lot. I have the nose of a bloodhound, but it isn't the end of the world. And now I'm having a more positive look on that. And my effort definitely started changing when I started mentally feeling better. You know, I noticed that I didn't just want to be on my tablet all day just watching Netflix. I wanted to start doing something else. So even when I was on bed rest and I couldn't get out of bed, you know, we got one of those big poster cardboard things, and I started a puzzle on that. And the puzzle actually turned out beautifully, and I was so happy with the end result. It felt very good just to put that last puzzle piece right in there. But it felt so much better on my mind. It felt like my brain was doing exercising. Just not being on electronics all day and then just doing one more thing, and it was just this puzzle. It really started to help me. And then I started trying to get outside every day, even if that was just to sit down and soak in the sun rays. It felt beautiful. It felt like I had more energy being outside, and it it made me feel really, really good altogether. And during this time of me being sick, my partner was also sick. So when we were finally feeling physically better to like get up out of bed and move around a little bit, we were feeling a little bit stronger, we started walking. And obviously we started off pretty slow. You know, it started off with maybe just like a walk around the block or a walk up the street and down the street. And now we are walking every single day. My attitude and effort definitely started off horrible and non-existent when it came to being sick. And again, I feel like that is understandable, but it definitely changed over time. And since being way more positive with my attitude and putting an effort into an overall routine, I just feel better overall. This time is definitely tough for everyone, and there's no denying that. And maybe, you know, my mindset has changed and I'm making more of an effort because of, you know, getting the virus and because of the position that I was put in. Actually, no, that's not a maybe. That is 100% of the reason that I am where I am right now. But maybe I needed to be put in that position to get here and to get this mindset. But I also want to say that this wasn't an overnight thing. You know, this took time. This took a couple weeks. This process, it was slow and it was steady. And even though I'm not coughing anymore, you know, I'm feeling physically stronger, I'm feeling better overall, I can't just go back to saying, okay, well, I don't have to make an effort anymore. No, I absolutely still do. Because if I stop, I'm going right back to where I was with thinking really negatively and not putting an effort into anything. So I have to continue to carry this mindset through the rest of quarantine, through the rest of the stay-at-home order. And then after that, carry it into life after all of this. I think that I'll have setbacks. Actually, I know I'll have setbacks because that is just a part of life. But I know that I am in control of my attitude when it comes to these setbacks, and I'm in control of the effort that I make moving forward from them. I am very, very happy to be back making videos. Again, I know it was a long time, I think a month maybe, since my last video. But yeah, it's been a long time, so I'm very happy to be back. Thank you so much for watching this week's Words of Wisdom Wednesday, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.